Alright, howdy doody everybody. Welcome back. We are playing us some Mass Effect. We got some codex stuff to...
The city.
There we go. Oh. Sorry, I got a little bit of a head cold. So you might hear some sniffles occasionally. Ugh. But see, we are back. We are on the ship. And we're gonna head out into space and do some space missions.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
Exactly.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a it's a good life lesson that I don't think a lot of people really take into account, that that asking for help is not weakness. It's okay to ask for help. It's kind of the whole point.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah, see, the thing about them making the new Mass Effect series is they're not doing it with any of the main characters. So it's going to be completely new characters and cast and everything, which is stupid. Because part of the reason why Mass Effect was successful was because of the characters, right? We like them. We want to see them. And so when you go in there and you're like, well, we're gonna do a completely different story inside the same universe as it, but we're not gonna see anybody that you actually, like. And so we're sitting here and, because it'd be great to have Seth Green actually play the role for it. I think he'd do a real good job.
Anything you need, Commander?
You don't really see much of him outside of Robot Chicken.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Yeah, she'll probably be like a recurring character, Liara. I don't think she'll be a mainstay as part of the main ensemble. They'll probably be like, look, there's the main character, like one of the main characters, but like, she'll just be like, hi, I'm Liara. I'm the Shadow Broker. You need some information? Okay, and then we don't see her again. Or something like that. And as for Shepard, yeah, getting Shepard in there would be great. And I even come up with an idea on how you could have both male and female Shepard in the series and have it actually work, right? Because the way that the game is set up, you have both the Paragon and the Renegade playthroughs, right? So you make one Shepard the Paragon, one Shepard the Renegade. And then as they go through the story, you give, Vermeer to Paragon, you give Vorklex to Renegade, and have them do those worlds. And then as you're writing the story for the other side, they are affected by the decisions of the other. And so by the end of the season, I'd probably say end of season 1, you could probably go to the world where you run into Sovereign and you meet him for the first time. You could probably end there and blow up, and one of the characters dies. And then the end of season 2 would be Citadel. So you could get the first game in 2 seasons. I think would work well. And then you just alternate episodes between Paragon and Renegade Shepard.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
So, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do anything cool like that. They're just going to be like, here's the new character. That's it. And they'll probably do what they've done with a couple other shows like the new Star Wars, where they take, if they do have any old characters, they'll introduce them, but make them weak and stupid. So that way the new characters are like better. You know what I mean? Like they did that with like Han Solo and I forgot his name for a second there, Luke Skywalker. They made them, oh, I'm an old man, I don't want to do this, blah. And then the young people are like, oh, we're so great. We'll probably get
Yes,
something
Commander?
similar like that if
Is there something you need?
they keep the standard of storytelling that they've been doing the last couple of years.
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming
Exactly.
with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life
Oh,
is
wait, I already
quite
talked
as
to her about this.
romantic as I'd imagined.
Can I
But
skip?
humanity needs
Okay.
the Alliance if we want to keep expanding.
Yeah, they ruined
its
Halo,
success.
exactly.
And the Alliance
They took a
always
video game
needs good
adaptation,
doctors.
I should go.
And
Goodbye,
they're like,
Commander.
we're gonna do stuff that is not a good idea, like taking Master Chief's helmet off. That's one of the reasons why we liked him, is because we never got to see him. I did like I think it was Keith Urban when he did Judge Dredd. Right, he did not take the helmet off because he's like, this is the character. And it's like, that's a good choice. I like that, you know. And they should have done that with Master Chief, but they didn't. So we're stuck with what they had. Oh, it was bad. Although, as far as adaptations go, they have done an okay job with Fallout. So that at least there's that. But Mass Effect is, I don't know, that's pretty iffy. I do not have good expectations.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Oh, you don't like me?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Oh, and let's not even, sorry, I'm eating one of my oat milk cookies as a snack. Let's not even get started with, Resident Evil, on how many adaptations and movies and TV shows they've made, and all of them have been terrible.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I'm gonna turn up my volume just a little bit. I think you guys can hear it okay, but it's a little quieter for me.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Yay, experience points.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
I don't think I need
Whatever you
anything.
want. Armor, weapon. Well, as long as...
Why should I pay you?
My
for
stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet,
I don't
Commander.
think I have money. Yeah, I only got 4,000 things. I can't afford this crap. Maybe there's a license I can buy or something. $2,800 for an Omni-Tool upgrade? It's like 70% of my money. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, we're not there yet. Tali, right, she's in the engine room. Little EXPs.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Yeah, and she's a fan favorite, so we probably will get her in the show as well.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You've got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm sure that there are other ones. There's nothing that's really coming to mind. Do you know of any other, like, video game adaptations that they've done that have, like, either been good or terrible? Nothing's coming to mind, but I'm sure that there are.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
That's actually an interesting idea. Think about that if we were to implement something similar to our democratic systems here, where you've got people in Congress and they're trying to filibuster something, and they are able to overrule or overturn something that has been put forward, and then if they succeed in overruling that, all of the people that voted to overrule it have to retire and put in new elections. That would actually be a good incentive for them to pick very carefully on the things that they try and filibuster. It's an interesting idea. Yeah. One of the tough things to do, I think, with games is when it's a game like this where there's a lot of talking and kind of story stuff. If you're not into the RPGs where this is common, it's kind of hard to get into it. But luckily, they make the dialogue and the characters interesting enough that you're cool just sitting here listening to them talk. Like that was interesting, and as the older you get and the more things that you're interested in, it kind of looks like she was just talking about political government policies and procedures, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of oh, good times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Not everyone is probably referring to Nihilus. Or not Nihilus, Saren. But this will continue. I don't know if I'll get to do both. I think branch off. Well, we'll try. We'll just keep.
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
Yeah, we lost that.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Alright, that does it.
I should go.
See you later.
All right, a bunch of EXP. Look at that. And we got some cool information. This is good stuff. It's good stuff. So, oh yeah, Rex. What's up, Rex? How you doing, man?
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Oh, okay. That actually does bump in there and equip them. Okay. I think we talked to everybody. This way out. I think we can head on up and do missions now. Sorry, you gotta get the story and the background information out of the way. Oh, sorry. It's part of the game. It's a fun part of the game. It is an RPG after all. Very story oriented. Come on. There we go. What was run? X. Holding X. Okay. It's been a minute. All right, where do we want to go? Cool. All right. We definitely want to get Liara before we hit up Novaria or Pharos. But then we've also got a couple side missions. Let's do a side mission or something, kind of get ourselves warmed up. I can't enter the menu from here. Nah, we'll go get Liara and then do a side mission. I think that's fine. I think that works. I don't know what one she's in though. try Athens. Okay, can I... Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Whew. Alright, hang on a tick, I gotta... Somewhere in here. Ooh, I got hit by another sneeze. Holy crap. Oh, right. Okay. Oh no, it's happening again. Why is it? Oh, what is going on with the sneezes? They're coming for me. Oh. Oh, boy. Sorry, I gotta keep muting so you guys don't hear me sneeze. No, he wants to do it again. I think that's it. Okay. Nope. Oh, sweet Moses. Oh, it's like there's something hanging out in the back of my nasal cavity that's just sitting there tickling. And what's... Oh. It's trying so hard. Ah. Don't give in. Oh. Oh, I already did that one. Ah, fight it off. Alright, I think I got all of them. Oh, there's an unknown. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Don't think we need too much tech here. I'll bring in Rex. That sounds fun. Hang on a sec, I'm gonna blow my nose.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Okay, hopefully that will help with the sneezes. Alright, take a look around just to make sure I ain't missing nothing. Can't remember if I like. Can't remember if I like Mass Effect 1 or 2 Rover better. I think I like 2 better. I think they fixed some of the things that I had a problem with. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played this game. Up some bad guys. I can shoot them from here. It's stuck on me. Ooh. A decent amount of experience, I think. I don't know how much actually. Oh, I got people, okay. Let's get some of his tech stuff going on up there. Alright. A little bit for you. What do we want? Equip heavy armor. Yeah, that's a good one. Interesting. I don't know how much we want him to be on the biotic stuff. Focus more on the soldier stuff and do the bio a little bit later. Okay. Was... Oh, collectibles, yay! Everybody likes collectibles. Nope, still more. What did we miss? There we go. Sure. Okay. Sorry about that. Got a little bit distracted. Oh, autosave. I didn't know if we could blow up the missiles or not. It's nice that we got that much accuracy from this distance. Like, that's great.
Only a fool punches a Nathak in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Ah! I think that's the way he's meaning. Instead of hitting it on the front. Already took out the big stuff. Okay. Too bad we can't shoot the missiles. That'd be cool. I don't know what you're shooting at there. Nope. One's inside. Oop. I think they're both inside. Oh, and there's a box there too. How do we get out?
Redeploying.
Okay.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Alright, let's go get this one in here. Oh, there's a rocket launcher. Sweet Moses. We don't need to open this. So we already took the back door. Yeah. Stamina's annoying, but it's part of the game. See if there's any other boxes sitting around we can snag. Aha! I know that there was one over here that I saw. Yeah. Hit the same button over and over again. Yay, levels. We like levels. What do we got? I don't use these things. Maybe I should try using them sometimes. I don't know. Do I get better armor? Here. Okay, we want better armor. The next one will dump into that. Oh, right, other people. Oh, we want snipers for our boy. guess we could do a little bit. Okay. Oh, we got a better gun. I don't use this as much. I'm gonna give it to somebody that does use it as much. I don't know who uses it as much though. We'll give one to me, I guess, since I got two. Rock you like a hurricane. Oh, yeah, better pistol. That's what we're about. Snipers. I don't think I got any. Yeah. Nah. Okay. Good. Oops, the other one. Dang it. Ugh. Let's hop in. Bring this a little closer. Oh. It was much harder than the last one.
Perimeter secure.
Just at the end there, they'll. It's fun. Shooting through the walls. I hate it when games do that. Cheating. Come on. There we go. 1 second. Okay. We're back. Whew. Playing with a little bit of a runny nose is not a... It's not fun. Especially when that's extra saliva and snot. It's tickling your nose to make you sneeze 17 times in a row. Ugh. Felt like it was trying to kill me. Any boxes over here? Just hop out and snag? Nope. Oh yeah, they got that semi-creepy background noise. You don't hear it over the engine and the gunfire. Kind of slows you down a little bit. That's unfortunate. You ever heard of a thing called momentum? I think I could just run the smaller dudes over. Is there a boost? Yeah, there's I forgot we had a boost. Awesome. That's fine. Oop. Careful. I think we actually get hurt if we hit the lava. Anything down there? A little walking path. Nope. Alright, let's save it.
Securing point.
Liquid. You should drink it. Everybody likes liquid. Oh, no, I did. Okay. That was weird. Because it still shows... I guess I must have been picking up on someone else's health bar. Okay. Loot! Any loot? Not yet. I'm sure there'll be some crate boxes we can snag some stuff out here. Just gotta be patient. Right button is Rex. Left button is Karis. Take cover. There's a thing. There we go. This is abilities. We don't need abilities. We need weapons. I'm blocked from using... There you go. Oh, sweet Moses. Oh, because there's the dude up there, too. Alright, there we go. Oh, my health regens. Awesome. A little bit of a rough start there. We're getting into this. We're getting into this. It'll be fine. We're fine. It's just it's probably the biggest combat that we've had since Eden Prime, and even then, Eden Prime was pretty simple.
I'm a little busy here.
Oh, snap, that's a rocket. These rockets, they're the ones that are getting me. Might have to use a healing pack here. If I play it right, I can just slowly just regen over time. That should do it. Dudes here. Ship drop them off, or do they just come out of reverse? Can't remember. Oh, cutscene. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Nope. Oh, sweet Moses. Can I raise him? Or is he just down for the fight? The AI is like, here, let me hang out in the open. There we go. Come on. jumping boys? Or is it just that one? Looks like that. Okay, we got it. Ah! Wait for shields to come back. And once we kill this last guy, Gare should stand back up. Where are you, friend? There you are. There we go. Well, that's what happens when you take cover right out in the open. Alright. Any loot? Crates? I don't think so. Molten hat magma. Take a quick look. Because loot is important. We like our loot here. Everybody likes loot. And nothing. Okay. He doesn't heal. He's not healing. Is he? I might have to actually give him the... No, it looks like he's grown up. Well... Hang on. Feels like it's going up. Let's do our levels real quick. Yeah, let's just up all of our base stuff that gives us a good boost to health and accuracy and all that fun stuff. More defensive on the build, I guess. Nope, I meant to do this one. Dang it. Can I reset? There we go. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Oh, right. How do I do heals?
On me. Heading out.
Okay.
Get down.
Whoop. Okay. Triangle. Okay. Cool. Cool. One sec. Okay. Hogwash is sitting there. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna walk out here and then walk back. I'm a threat. No. Took out the sniper. Oh, and another friend downstairs. Where you at? Come here.
All targets down.
Are you sure?
I've never visited a Prothean ruin before, aside from the Citadel,
And I thought he was gonna talk and be like, "Oh, it's a wall. We have to go down." Oh, my nose is tickling again. Guy's not gonna say anything. It's a long enough Ellen, am I right? He could have gotten an equip or two. Yay, medkit. Ah! Why is it like sometimes it hit and sometimes it doesn't? Right on it.
Sterile white. Protheans sure build things, homie.
Oh, my nose. Yay, it broke it.
Just lead the way.
Let's get moving.
Okay, but not because you said so.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please? Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
I don't know if this does anything to the Geth. No, rocket! They're my enemies. More snipers. You guys need to take cover, man. Make sure we kill everybody.
Perimeter clear.
Alright. Looting some stuff. So the silly thing is if you fail, it's locked forever. It's such a simple... I don't know why they thought this was difficult or challenging or why they would make it so easy. I don't know. I mean, it says easy decryption, yeah, but it's still like if it moved faster, right? You had to be like bam, 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 bam instead of boop, boop, boop. So I don't know. Alright, we gotta figure this out by trial and error. X, square, circle, triangle. No. X, square, circle, triangle, square. That was lucky. We go down in the hole. But he never gave me the option to do anything. What's this crap?
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously, he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
Oh, they spelled away weirdly.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
No, that's how you spelled away. I thought it was just like A-W-A-Y for like away. Apparently, there's A-W-E-I-G-H away. I've never seen that spelling for that before. That's weird. I'm gonna have to look that up. Let's see what that's all about.
Surrender, or
case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
Krogans and frogs. They probably got a little bit more of iguana in them. But definitely some amphibious stuff going on for sure.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Oh, take cover. Okay. Take cover, you idiots. Ugh, Karen's down already. Not Garen, Garrus. Oh, get the... Oh no! Booyah. Booyah. Oh, you doing good, Waldo? It's been a minute.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
Okay, so we can do a left one before continuing on with these ones.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Yeah, it's an interesting theory, but there's no evidence for it. So I understand them giving her this idea so that way we can further the plot. But she has nothing that would indicate that. And we just have to take it on, you know, plot contrivances and expedition dump so we can move along with it. But it would have been nice to have like one little things like, oh, well, I found this, you know, of them saying that they found something that came before them. Like, that would have been neat.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Yeah.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Let's talk to these
We've
pencil
received your
pushers.
report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Boop.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Alright, I got people to level up here. What do we want? We want to I guess we could throw some more into this crap and eventually open up these, I guess. Oh, I don't have anybody else that I can... Cool, got it. All right, let's save. We did it. We are successful. I might wrap it up here soon. I thought it'd be all right playing with a little bit of a runny nose, but it seems that it's also making me sneeze a lot, which has not been a pleasant experience. Because the occasional sneeze is fine, but when it's like sneeze, sneeze, 30 seconds later, sneeze, sneeze, 30 seconds later, sneeze, sneeze, it's kind of like, ah, sweet Moses. Oh.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Why does everyone call you Joker?
Wait.
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little
I was just thinking.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never...
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Oh, more experience. Yay.
Yes, Commander?
Talk to you.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
What, back here's my quarters, right? Oh, no, it's the... Okay. Yay. Alright, I just came from here. Alright, I need to talk to Liara, and then I think we'll... Yeah, I think we'll call it there. My nose is starting to really get to me. This is my quarters. Okay. Kind of. Doubtful. I don't think it is. Oh, do I need a replenish? What do you want?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Goodbye. There we are. Okay.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No! I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Cool. I think that's it.
Goodbye, Shepard.
All right. I think we'll call it there. Got in some good things. Get back into motion. Try to be more consistent with the playing now that I don't have other stuff going on. Should be good. So let's mark these things. Come on. Yeah. Oh, there's more.
Go. Faster.
Sweet. All right. Save it again. Excellent. Well, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to have to cut it short today. And hopefully the next time I stream, I'll be a little less runny. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.